a manager in his management role should possess leadership traits. This is the expectation of PMI as well. And this is why we are covering this. Because anybody can ask that we are studying management. So why leadership? Because leadership is everywhere. Even if you are a manager, are you not expected to be a leader? You are. You are expected to be a leader. You are expected to be knowing the governance traits as well, which we are going to cover in next class. And you are expected to be an effective manager as well. So you are performing multiple roles, or you are wearing multiple hats in your role as a project manager. On the other hand, a leader, a person who is in a leadership role, may or may not possess management experience. Right? So to explain this, we have this comparative available. So this is, first of all, please keep that in consideration, that we are not talking about is leadership good or is management good, or is leadership bad or management bad. We are not talking about this. We are not saying in by any means that management is something like lower than leadership. No, not at all. Leadership roles are different, management roles are different in the organization. Every organization has separate leadership and management roles, and at times it's overlapping as well. A person who is a manager could be in a leadership role as well. But the main question is, do we understand that if we are opting for a managerial role, not really project management role, or any management role like operations management or program management or application management, any management role, what is the expectation from us? The expectation from you is within your management role, you possess leadership traits as well. Because if you are a manager, but if you are deprived of the leadership traits, then most likely you will end up in micromanagement. You will end up in increasing the resource attrition rate, or your resources will not be happy with you, because you probably would have like a very strong like understanding of your subject matter expertise and delivery and technical or process related aspect of project, but probably you would suffer with the people domain or even the business environment domain, because a person who has that visionary power in the leadership role, only that person could see the exact expectation of value delivery from that project that we have talked about in the first ECO task in today's class. So if you expect that manager, like as an organization, if you expect a manager, project manager to deliver the right value delivery from that project, you train him, you coach him, you guide him towards the leadership aspects as well. This is very, very much needed in today's world. Those days are gone when the manager used to be like just wearing the management hat, and they just used to like focus on the how part of projects only, which is this how and when and by whom part of projects only. And they were only interested in the short-term goals and the short-term deliveries and all. Of course, those are also important. We are not saying that the manager is not going to do that, but only this is not acceptable in today's world. With this, you are expected to know this why part of the project as well. Because only if you know this well, you will understand the strategic objectives and vision of that project and how this project is important to the company. If you are only focused on the outputs, because if you are focused on how and when, then most likely you are only focused on output delivery, which is needed because your outcomes are dependent on output and your benefits are dependent on outcome and output. But only outputs doesn't lead you to the right goal state. Right? So the purpose of this discussion is that in your management role, you are expected to be both manager and leader. So you as a PM you are both manager and leader. And if I just say it in the PMP language, when you are fulfilling the managerial role, hardcore managerial role, you are fulfilling the process aspect of project management. And when you are fulfilling the leadership role, you are connected to the business environment and people domain. As a manager, you are also connected to people, but those that uh, exposure is limited, right? But within the leadership capacity, the 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 way you handle people or you interact with variety of different stakeholders is like way beyond than what you do as a manager. So if you there are many such points which are useful over here to understand the difference between management and leadership. Yeah, this as a managerial uh, in a managerial role, you are more focused on the short term gains. In the leadership role, you are more focused on the long term vision and long term gains. Like more strategic picture of you will have more strategic perspective and picture of your organization with that project and its success as a leader only, right? The manager focus on the bottom line, the leader focus on the broad horizon, and the manager is more focused on operational issues and the day-to-day things and the day-to-day problems and matters. The leader is more focused on the vision, strategic alignment, and and motivation, inspiration for again for the long term gains and perspectives. He is more focused on the future prospects and how that company is going to be like it's going to prosper, it's going to be successful. So with that project, when you are thinking with the leadership mindset, you are not only making that project a success,